Seth Rollins opens up about his personal feelings on CM Punk on Club Shay Shay. Hi guys, this is the Blood Drop on an episode of Snug Wrestling. Click that for more wrestling content. But we're going to talk about CM Punk, but specifically Seth Rollins' thoughts on CM Punk. Now, I am a massive CM Punk fan. It's no secret he's actually my favorite wrestler of all time. But this might come off somewhat biased, so I'm going to do my best to make this as logical as possible as well. Seth Rollins was asked by Shay why there was animosity between him and Punk, what happened. And I actually want to praise Seth here for not just trying to openly bury CM Punk. In fact, he talks about how they knew each other through wrestling, that CM Punk was like a mentor to him, that he was actually a very good person to him at one point in time, let him ride on the bus, sleep on his couch, vouched for him and Dean to come up from the developmental into, from NXT to WWE's main roster on Raw way back when they debuted as The Shield in 2012. But the problem is that I think a lot of stuff gets lost along the way. You know, Seth does say that him and Punk do have a working relationship. They have to in order to do the job that they have. And he says that maybe one day when they're no longer in the business or step away, that there could be a reconciliation there if Seth is in a place to accept or care for the reconciliation, and if Punk is in a place where he's willing to initiate that reconciliation and apologize. You see, but I think it's a little unfair too. Seth talks a lot about how Punk, shit on the company when he was gone, how Punk didn't want to reach out and just tell Seth what was wrong so they could, figure it out together, and Seth felt like he got ghosted, like he got left with nothing, and their friendship just dissipated. There was no falling out. Seth just felt like Punk wrote him off because he wouldn't follow Punk out of the company along with others, that Punk felt like, well, you guys should stand up for me. This is what the company did. But I feel like because Seth is expecting Punk to look at it from his perspective, hey, you left, we're trying to fill the hole, the void that you left for us. But Seth isn't really also looking at it from Punk's perspective. People forget Punk was forced to work injured for a long time. He was forced to work with Ryback, who hurt him multiple times. He was beat up and hurt. He had a misdiagnosed staph infection. They then, fire him on his wedding day when he just took his ball and went home and said, I need a break after that Royal Rumble. And he went home, and then they send him a fucking next day air express of his release papers on his wedding day. So yeah, dude's gonna air out his grievances. And it's not like the company didn't try to shit talk him too. The company went to great lengths sometimes to go out of their way to, shit on him back. That famous Stephanie McMahon referencing how long he lasted in his first UFC match. They would constantly try to shut down his chants. They did everything they could to shut him up, even though they're the ones who perpetuated his anger in the first place. Sure, was Punk a little too big for his britches at points in time, but you're always like that when you're at the top of your game in your career and you're a young guy. But I feel like Seth doesn't want to acknowledge WWE played a massive part in CM Punk's disenchantment with that company. You fire a guy on his wedding day after he tells you ad nauseum to stop making him work with people that hurt him. He is injured. He is beat up. He is exhausted. He is tired. He is burnt out. And he's also being, played as the background character in these other people's stories who are taking his spot when he's the face of your fucking company, and he's not getting the due that he should get as the face of that company. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow us here at Snug Wrestling and everywhere for more wrestling content.